Hello audience, welcome to Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. I am your host NuclearStorm, and today we'll be looking at a replay sent in to me by TA for Life, also known as Praise Google our Master on YouTube. He's another caster, so without further ado, let's begin. Obviously you can see it's a game between VOR, Matt Stork, and Carlitos, two very good players that you will normally see on Forged Alliance forever, playing 1v1 or large team games. We have Carlitos playing Cybern, going for a basic build of Melancholy Hills. Of course, I've never played the map, so don't believe me. We have VOR Mad Stork going Cybern 2, going straight for his Hydro. Pretty large map. Not much mass at your starting area, as you can see. You get one mass extractor, then you better expand. VOR doing just that, getting engineers out to these little reclaim pockets. I'm not sure how much mass they are, but I guess they will help your eco. Carlitos is deciding he wants one of these big rocks. I presume they are a lot of mass considering how large they are. We have raiding parties being sent out from VOR Mad Stork at the moment. And if you're hearing loud, audible squawks or pings, that is just two things I cannot control, known as parrots. I've given up on that years ago, but let's continue. We have basic expansions coming out for both players. We have 3 NGs over here just reclaiming. This raiding group is getting places. A scout will probably see this after it's killed, of course. So Carlitos is aware of this attack inbound. He might want to pull some engineers back just in case. Oh no, he'll use Mantis. This engineer is in grave danger as we see a scout and a hunter come in. We see the hunter do a micro mistake and gets promptly killed while he makes it out alive. We have the raiding group coming in over here. It's going to catch this NG out in the open, but he might run. Come on, micro it. You got this, come on. And he gets away with 12 HP. So not too many losses for both sides in the rating. Scores are very even, and the ranks are very high, so good gameplay is expected. Carlitos stealing both the mass chunks right there. See what his mass is. Yeah, he's already claimed 1600, so he is... No, well, they're both very even. I'm pretty sure a big priority on this map, considering I'm a horrible player of Forged Alliance 1v1, you want to get a drop to these islands as soon as these plateaus as soon as possible, because they are going to be important. We have the ACU for Mad Stork trying to clean up these Mantis, but there's lots of spam headed that way, but we have bombers, so Mad Stork might have a lot of problems with raiding getting in. We have a drop already prepared for Mad Stork. I'm pretty sure he's going to be going for one of these. Nope. Well, you better start flying, because the air supremacy is not going to keep itself. And if that is really annoying, just tell me and I will recast this later on. But I just have enough time at the moment, so I'm going to cast. We have point defense on the island for Carlitos as he claims these 4 mass extractors. But we have more expansions coming out for... Well, no, there's not as much expansion. Carlitos popping some raiding forces as we have lots of spam now being directed to the west. While over here, Mad Stork wants to set up his spam, but he's got him a nice run. There's a run by about to come by him. The ACU needs to get into the action. I mean, even watching this, it makes me want to play 1v1, even though I will get just decimated. We have 2 engineers. Oh, that is beautiful. What we just saw there was the transport dropped the engineers onto a structure being built, which just killed the engineers. That was nice. That is something that you will almost never see. So Carlitos is very unlucky about not correcting that error, but we have Mantis over here now, which are finally sick of this stupid run-by action and are amassing units to fight it. But over here, we've got just massive spam for Carlitos, going up against a much smaller spam. Point defenses that are being sneaky might be a good option. As you can see, there's a lot of terrain on this map. Very difficult map to play. And if I'm zooming out too much, sorry, I just have to keep an eye on what's going on. We have looks like we have more interceptors being built up for Carlitos, and you know what I'll do right now? I'll just lower these settings, interface. Just put that there. Good enough, I guess. Tell me what you think of that new setting. We have a push that could be going on right over here. Of course, there's this train which doesn't appear too much, but it's actually there. And this Mantis, which is, well, he's in an interesting position. that was funny looking. We had a Mantis stuck on a mountain. So this map very interesting because you have to expand if you want to get your mass. So we have a pretty large engagement happening over here, already being used to stun some Mantis. There was a point defense here, but it was spotted. This is why they're pros and I'm not. They see these things. We have a radar for Carlitos. He most likely sees what's going on. Yeah, he knows what's going on all the way up to right here. This is the line. And there's a radar on that area, so they both know what's happening. But we have a major run-by happening over here for Carlitos, as Madstork just doesn't have too many units that are in position to stop it. We see more and more factories going up, but there's just not enough spam to stop it. The main forces behind that could probably stop it. But Carlitos has got to be smart about what he chooses to kill. Is he going to go for power? Ooh, and there's interceptors that are just sitting on the ground. That is not good for him. And we see a push also coming from over here, so we are seeing two assaults at the same time. This is not looking good for VLR. Madstork losing most of his right side, and his left side is in extreme danger. But he has enough spam, and his ACU is there probably to defend it. In fact, where is his ACU? His ACU is taking a swim out in the ocean, probably going to come and try and get those Mantis. Looks like this force finally made it back to base and mopped up the enemy force, which just left quite a bit of reclaim. Let's check his power. Yeah, so not much was destroyed. All he did was really deliver mass. But over here we have a really large push happening that is not going to stop, but there's plenty of factories to keep pushing back. Well, over here we do have T2 land out for Carlitos. Do we see any form of Tech 2 land coming out here? Nope, none over there, but massive spam planned. Hope you can see that too. But, oh, here's your T2 for you. We have gunships out for Madstork with a decent air force. He wants to use gunships to try and fight this, but no T2 land. And since T2 mobile flax will just decimate, it might be a smarter idea to just rush T2 or T3 land, since bricks are probably going to be a large amount of those games, since both players are extremely even in this fight. But we do have T2 PD being built over here to secure this position, along with T2 power and most likely a shield coming up soon. But we see Tech 2 point defense, which is going to lock that side down. We have lots of power for both players and lots of spam. Let's take a look at mass numbers at minute 15. Oh, you people in your urge to stop teching. I'm going to say it's around 60. I can't really tell with all these mass jumps. There's lots of reclaim going on from right here. Yeah, it's around 60 with lots of reclaim spikes. And over here, it's around 50. These players reclaim so much and spam so much, it's extremely hard to tell. But we see Tech 2 point defense, which is most likely going to repel this force. Unless they can... And here's a nice group of T2 Rhinos, which are basically Cerberuses that can move. Just got a bit less health and damage. Carlitos does have map control with the capture this middle area. As we can presume, there's probably plenty of teching from both players. Gunships are being used to pop some of these enemy forces. Well, over here it is just never-ending. These rhinos just getting stuck without much mantis to help them. But we have a big air fight precipitating over. Do we see any form of micro? Nope, we are seeing perhaps the worst micro ever. I mean, sadly, I can even do better than that, but of course in a 1v1 it probably doesn't matter as much. Gunships being dispatched over to the right side to stop this trickle of units coming in. He needs to get his interceptors over there too. As we see what looks like a successful defense for Madstork and just getting another batch of reclaim. As we see some of the spam is directed up here to amass another large assault, which is just leaving so many little blobs of reclaim. Well, no, lots of them have been reclaimed, but there's so much out there for the taking that, well, there's a sizable gunship force. I mean, you already saw the reclaim if I'm just like straying off from things. But we have plenty of gunships out to defend, but is there T2 flak out yet? It's, yep, this right here is bad for Madstork. He needs to think about Tech 2 of his own. Come on, Madstork, you gotta see there's T2 out. Oh, we have a drop over here. There, some interceptor spotted. Oh, almost dropped it off, but was successfully countered. We see just gunship spam. As some T2 units being the most durable things sliding in, but still getting promptly killed. But still, no Tech 2 land out, for what I can see. I mean, he's got to make the switch to Tech 2 land eventually, because he's just going to get out-teched. And if it goes bricks, goes to T3, the bricks will just slaughter. This right here could take on around 20 mantis if microed correctly. And he has T2 Arizona, might be going for a Tech 2 bomber snipe. But we have lots of gunships out, and another large engagement happening over here. As I have a slight lag for a second. This middle area finally being killed. The gunships are being taken out. And it appears to be that the gunships were taken out. But still at a loss of air again. But he's taken out the gunships that were most likely en route over here to assist in this battle. Wait, we still got plenty of gunships. I fail to see these, but there is anti-air most likely in this group that will not make those gunships feel welcome, but it won't do as much as Tech 2 flak. Madstork just popping these frustrating engineers that are trying to get some of his reclaim. So you have a T2 push about to happen over there. And the units are... Apparently this was a victory for Carlitos on the left side too. So with map control slowly slipping into Carlitos' favor, this is not... It's getting worse and worse for Madstork. He's got air, as you can see by this beautiful blob of interceptors. But we have T2 bombers, which are most likely just trying to run in and kill a mass extractor and leave. Let's see what it's going for. It makes it through. Oh, they get a Tech 2 power. Let's... Yeah, that hurt. As you can see, his power is going down. That was really important. And over here, all spam... Well, no, those are engineers are being directed. Madstork says you just hiding in the water. Does he have any sort of upgrade? No, he's just hiding in the water. Now, where did this come from? Now, where did this come from? So he does have T3 land, and bricks are being used to stop this T1 fodder, which is just has no chance versus a brick. This brick can stand against us all day, but over here might be a different story. Seeing this, Carlitos instantly begins teching to Tech 3. As we are seeing Tech 2 bombers just go for quick run-bys on the Mantis Force for Mad Stork. Some of Carlito's engineers feeling hopeful about all this. Plenty of stuff to reclaim anyways. So that mass bit's going to be very important to whoever can win it. More Tech 2 power being built, knowing that it is really important. Mad Stork should probably get some more build capacity on this Tech 3 factory, considering it is his main advantage till this happens. Now we see the bricks. Might be doing a counter push to try and get some space back in between him and Carlitos. While over here we have a large push with the assistance of Tech 2. It's going to be one for Carlitos for the most part, unless it goes like this. This compacted blob is doing much better. I mean, even though the Rhinos have like a lot more HP than the Mantis, the Mantis just have a lot of high rate of fire, lots of DPS. And we have another air fight going on. Sorry about that, I have a slight cold. But let's take a look at ecos at the 30-minute mark. Power stall. Not a power stall. Raiding over here. They don't even care about this. They'll shoot the turret too. Oh, this is sad. Okay, there we go. The brick goes in there and quickly dispatches it. As this side's now in quite a bit of trouble, knowing that there's a brick. As we have another run by happening over here, might be a good idea to move some bricks in this direction. And that is what is being done. Still not enough build capacity for me on that T3 factory. As we see bricks being spammed out by so much more. Carlitos has plenty more build capacity, but his power's not looking as good from our recent check. We have a brick on not much health, but he just got a vet upgrade, so he's doing just fine. We see the renegades and bricks popping all those stray units. We have 2 bricks here that are just mowing down enemy units. We have a Mantis that's just gonna run through like, hey, look at this, I'm alive. The renegades just pop it immediately. So we're starting to see a point differential of around 20,000, and we have a very strong patrol if you're going against units that are moving at 5 miles an hour. So you have a wall of interceptors that can't really do much in a real engagement, except if they all shoot at one slow-moving target, they might get it. We have bricks out for Carlitos, so they're back on even ground when it comes to the tech of land. We're seeing Tech 2 mass extractors being sniped. Are you going to make it? No, you're not. So Mad Stork is now claiming the middle for himself after it was under the control of Carlitos. We have a drop coming in through the back. Mantis drop. We got Mantis to defend. We got a Mantis engagement. They need to like save this. And that drop is successfully repelled. Same can happen over here. We have a few bricks that are just gonna tear up some enemy T1. As we see the bricks having a Mexican standoff. They just peek at each other over the hill, then they hide behind it again. Neither side really willing to commit to such a battle. We have almost 100 kill brick here. Now this is what happens with T3 land. Oh no, this brick, look at him, he's so brave. He's taking on the odds as he goes under 3,000 health. Come on, you can do it, push. That brick is mighty strong. No, don't let it stand still. We have 100 See, this is a brick. It's finally being focused down. And we see the brick with over 100 kills finally die. He was a brave soldier. He deserves he deserves a nice shiny medal for when he respawns. We see the gunships sent out to counter this attack over here. As bricks are also being used. Since they don't care about the water, they will go right through it. So that assault to be successfully repelled, but we have large air fight about to happen. But most of Madstork's Air Force is out of fuel. And there's just a massive numbers advantage for Carlitos, and it appears air will be taken by Carlitos. Which is not good for Madstork. Now as we reach the 35-minute mark, my computer only says +5 because I am a good computer. As we have the bricks finally shooting each other over here, it appears with the assistance of Tech 1, Madstork will win this engagement. Bricks don't like shooting each other, but as you see, even Tech 1 is no match for them. Over here we have bricks being used to defend. There's certainly enough of them to do it. And still over. Yeah, we have plenty of bricks out for Madstork. He's just got to get his air back. And excuse me, but I did not see we had bricks over here. He needs to send these guys and these guys in. Get rid of this brick because he's going to be the big problem. As you can see, he's just focused down. And bricks, even against their allies, are extremely tough. Percival's and bricks, they are basically a direct fire experimental. I mean, the Monkey Lord's a cheap one, but it'll still get the job done. Bricks and Percy's, they're really what you need. You can get enough of them to kill a spider for just the same amount of mass and go further. Air Force. Where did Altair go? We have a Tech 2 stationary artillery station for Carlitos. It's not really going to accomplish much, but whatever. Over here we have the gunships just trying to stop this flow of units. As we've got a line of bricks that I would be scared to put a spider against there to defend. But over here we have a brick force coming in. I mean, what's he going to do? Is he going to send these in and perhaps give them a vet? As you see, this mountain is very menacing for the bricks. The terrain's being a big contribution to this battle, but as you can see, so many shots are hitting the terrain. We see 4 gunships bravely going in to try and stop them as they try and pick off the weak one. Will they get to pick it off? He gets away with 200 HP. Very lucky. While this brick is showing that mountain who's the boss when it's just trying to aim for these engineers that just walk through the dead. Over here we have these bricks pushing in. But we have lots of units for both players. So as we hit the 40-minute mark, it's looking even for both players. We might see them Tech 4 soon. That'd be interesting. We have 2 sources of brick spam. We have a Tech 3 power, and guess what? We have a Monkey Lord being started by By Carlitos, do we have anything like that for Mad Stork? That might be the end of the game. If it is built, these bricks are finally pushing back. As over here, Mantis charge blindly into their death. But these bricks probably have other ideas in mind. They will just murder these Mantis and then continue murdering. As you see, they will destroy any of this 1v1. They are rushing Tech 1 point defense in a desperate attempt, but you see it does not matter. You will not stop that unless you have bricks, Percy's, or an EXP. Authams and Harbies, they're not as good as the main assault bots, but Tech 3 air out for both players. Tech 1 is no longer needed. And it appears that are they finally nope, still no micro, that's disappointing. But air is won by Madster for the moment, but we have a Monkey Lord about halfway finished. Still on the way. These bricks are still pushing in quite a bit. Tech 3 powers in danger. 3 bricks are trying to stop this inevitable slaughter. They see this, they gotta kill it. And there it goes. So with that T3 power down, Mad Stork is... yeah, that was his way of producing this Tech 3 air right here. He needed that. But we have this brick force over here still doing damage. Focusing down enemy bricks. But slowly this force is dying out. Go on, you're letting that brick take free shots at you as it kills. T3 strategic bombers are being used to counter. The bricks are going for the factory. Will they be able to get it in time? Come on, you can do it. So a T3 factory goes down, which has gotta hurt. There's not as much build capacity on this one, so... But we have bricks just roaming this base. Still very even. As we see just more and more raiding attempt to happen. Does Carlitos even know where Mad Stork's AC is? He does not know. But that strategic bomber is really being annoying. But given enough Tech 1 interceptors, they will shoot it down. Does Mad Stork know where Carlitos' ACU is? Nope, but he's out of mass and power. That is not good. Well, there's your problem. All Mad Stork's power is gone. And now the mass is being sniped. Cyber Bomber's not real good. As you can see, it can't even kill a mass extractor in one pass. Sorry about that. And over here we have just more Mantis walking blindly to their death. How's Carlito doing? Is he gonna finish that spider? That's the GG right there. If that gets into his base, it's over for Mad Stork. As we see Mad Stork just starting to slip farther and farther behind Carlitos with all his power gone, his expansion over here gone. That's 6 mass extractors. And these two getting... not even a GG. Did not even call it GG. Well played from all players. Carlitos just started to get the upper hand. He probably saw that there was a spider done, basically. And he was out of power and mass. Called the GG and left. Well, he didn't even call it GG. He just left. Carlitos beating Mad Stork. And there's a 300 point difference. I am very impressed with the play of this game. If you want to see more like this, send me the replay. I'd love to cast it as long as I have the time and the hard drive space. I will. I will see you later and have a great day or night or wherever you are.